Colby Covington and Jorge Masvidal. Colby Covington, and I'm going to ask you about this, who has floated the idea of coming up to your division to 185 and fighting you. But first, before we talk about that, thoughts on Masvidal and Colby, two guys who were literally best friends, enemies now.
Mortal enemies.
Mortal enemies.
Colby, he's a guy who pushes a high pace, spastic striking, but it works for him. And he's tenacious. He's tenacious. That's gotten him this far till he ran to Usman. And but Jorge, another guy who's a veteran in this game, been around, fought everywhere, high fight IQ. I feel like he can get this done. I have people who say Colby's gonna just wrestle fuck him and this and that, right. But I feel like Jorge. When you've trained with someone, you kind of know. You kind of know who's better at what. And I think Jorge's smarts is going to prevail in this fight. And then his smarts and his striking is going to prevail.
Interesting. Right. You would think that they know each other as well as you could know an opponent. What'd you make of Colby floating that idea of possibly coming up? He's obviously, you're a giant. He's not.
You see how how big I am in real life.
You're tall. You're not. You're not. Right. You're thin. You're lean. But you're tall.
Yeah.
Right.
And everyone.
He seems like a 155 fighting at 170.
Yeah, but everyone always has that idea till they're across the cage from me.
Right.
And then it's a different beast. I mean, a la Paulo Costa. That's another one, or anyone else I fought. But, I say just, fight someone else at once. You can't just come straight for the champ. Who the fuck are you?
Right. I asked Dana about that. He's like, no, he's got to fight other guys first.
Yeah, I'm like, are you dumb? Yeah, call someone else out.
Do you care about... what do you look for? Are you looking for the most competitive fight, the biggest fight as far as fans and engagement? Like, what are you looking for when you put these fights together? Because that would be a big one. You don't think so? Just because he talks so much.
Selling point. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Big mouth. Yeah, I can shut that shit up. But a guy like, say right now I've got Jared Cannonier. Yep. He's a guy that's deserving of the fight. He's the next worthy contender.
Absolutely.
But he's not like Vittori or a Costa or even Robert the first time who's going to be lippy. He's real chill. So guys like that, I still like to fight because it's about legacy. It's about taking out these names, these tough guys in the division. But also, I mean, if a guy like Sean Strickland does enough work and then he gets up there, then I like a fight like that because he's a big mouth as well, and that's big easy money.
Does a part of you actually appreciate someone like Jared Cannonier more because? It seems like a UFC, MMA as a whole, it's moved towards the entertainment side of things. It seems like
it's always been part of it, but just right now.
Doesn't it seem like more so now, though?
Nah, it's just the lights shining on it now because of the social media and all that kind of stuff. So, but it's always been part of the game.
Right.
Fighting, fight hype's always been part of fighting.
Yeah.
Like people don't realize this. After school, if two guys are gonna fight, and maybe at lunchtime they had something, before from lunchtime till after school, what does everyone do?
Everyone's talking about that. You got
exactly, talking about the fight.
Yeah.
If they run to the all the way, they'll be talking shit. I'll see you after school. It's just fight hype's always been part of fighting.
Yeah.
Just right now, there's a big spotlight on it because phones and a lot of media attention and whatnot. But it's always part of fighting, and it's just people just have to embrace that. That's the nature of the beast.
Are you shocked by how big this sport has become? I remember renting I used to rent UFC 2 from Blockbuster Video when I was a kid.
Blockbuster Video Easy back in the day. Yeah,
it was not live anywhere. This has become a big sport now.
I'm shocked. I was, but I'm not anymore because this is just part of part of culture. You have, and it's huge when at the fights you have big names just sitting there ringside, people you wouldn't expect,
huge celebrities,
and you're just like, this is where we're at now. And it wasn't like that back in the day. You only had like Shaq in the crowd. He's a diehard fan.
Right.
But now it's like you have people who you watch MMA.
Right.
Oh, well.
It's like you go there to be seen now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Even if you don't like it.
You just go there to be seen. Like, yes, I'm at a UFC event. It's almost like boxing was like that for a long time. Still is.
Yeah.
But now the UFC, people want to be at those big fights and be seen. It's like a social event. So
are you cognizant of that when you're in the octagon?
I see people.
You gotta get starstruck, right?
Nah, I don't get starstruck. Not while I'm in there. Fuck no. Nah.
Right.
I'm focused on one. Yeah, exactly. They should be starstruck. Nah, but I'm focused on one person. That's my opponent. But I notice everything. I notice everything around me.
You become a huge star. I mean, we have had in this building here at the TMZ office, we've had so many people come in here, actors, musicians, Kanye West. I mean, everybody. I'm like, people are excited you're here right now.
This same building?
This building. The whole thing with Kanye?
Yeah, no, I mean,
that happened here.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. Oh, shit.
But I mean this. I'm not saying this to blow smoke. People excited, people knowing that you were coming here. possibly the excited I've ever seen in the room for you to come here. Yeah, honest to God.
That's humbling because
I mean it
I'm
too.
still Izzy. I'm just me. But at the end of the day, you know, there's a style minute that everyone knows and you know loves or hates, and then there's that guy. But yeah, this is me, and I'm happy I can kind of create that kind of buzz for people. Even if people don't know who I am, they still feel the energy. So yeah, it's cool. It's humbling.
You know, I remember the first time you fought Robert in Melbourne.
Yeah.
Like, I had never seen somebody put on a show like that walking out to the octagon.
It's different.
Yeah, was that important to you to do that? And you just like changed the game with that, I thought.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was in our backyard, our neck of the woods in Oceania.
Yeah.
And he's from Australia. I'm from New Zealand.
Yeah.
And then, you know, it's the biggest attendance to date, 57,127. I was like, man, this is my fucking show. I'm doing it my way or no way. So I let them know this is how I'm going to do this show. Take it or leave it. And they took it. And look what happened. So, yeah, for me, I like to gamble crazy like that. Because I know walking out there, people was like mad hating and like, oh, shit, you know, I hope this cunt gets knocked out. I hope this guy.
Right, because you put a lot of pressure on, even if you didn't feel it, you put pressure on yourself there.
I didn't feel it at the time,
God forbid, if you lose.
I'm the laughing stock. I'll be on TMZ for the wrong
right,
reasons.
Right.
They'll be looping it over and over.
Story,
exactly.
Like, this guy did all
this fucking guy. And then blah, blah, blah. So for me, that I put that on myself because I'm like, I want to take care of that. I want to be able to show. And then the thing is, the risk and the reward of that, boom, when the explosion happened, I knocked him out. And
right.
Then I just let everything out, and I felt myself, and I saw that Paulo Costa, and I went up to him and I let him know, I'm gonna get you, and he was all, and yeah, the rest is history.
You got him. Yeah, that was such a special one. I loved it because it felt like you were betting on yourself, and I always like appreciate that.
I love to gamble crazy. I mean, when I go to Vegas, I rarely gamble, very rarely.
Like money-wise?
I don't know. I just don't.
What's your game?
Roulette's like an easy one. Yeah, anything 50-50. But I only gamble maybe if I'm back home in Auckland once in a blue moon. But when in Vegas, you think I'd gamble, but I'm like, nah. But I like to gamble with my life from time to time. From time to time, depends.
Yeah, I love that. Talk to me about the jewelry, man. I was looking at your Instagram. I saw you with Ben Baller.
Ben Baller, the OG. I didn't know he was 50 years old. Once he told me that, and talking to him, he's 50.
Ben Baller's 50?
50, yeah. I know.
Stop it.
I know, crazy.
He looks like he's like 33.
Yeah. So I just thought also he feels young.
What?
But yeah, he kind of put me on some history lessons just with like some of the people he's worked with and things. I'm like, wait, who? Michael Jackson? I'm like, damn.
Stop.
Yeah, like
he made stuff for Michael.
Yeah, we were hanging out for like 2 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, and he was just meant to come in and just, you know, link up for a little bit, but he's cool and he has a lot to say. He's a guy that just has a lot of knowledge in the game and just being around, a lot of stories. So for me, it was just like a cool history lesson in the entertainment business as well. And then I balled out a little bit, a little splash here and there.
Did you get a lot? See, word is, the little birdie said you
that little birdie, who you talking to? The fuck is TMZ talking to? What do you know? You in a wire.
My wire's right here. Did you get anything?
Yeah, of course. I mean, this piece right here, not the Rolex, the bracelet I got.
Wow, look at you've been making me feel bad about myself this whole time.
No,
the
never.
Apple Watch.
Nah, it's
these
just,
might be real and might be fake. I don't know.
Exactly. No, that's the thing. Even one of my
real.
No, well, these are, but like there's one I got from UFC 243 Melbourne.
Yeah.
When I went to what's the name there, and I got this like chain. It was a cubic zirconia one. I still rock it now.
Really?
It's just my way of rebelling. Right? Yeah, because it's still. No one can tell the difference. This is like a $13,000 earring, but I can get the same, not the same thing, obviously, but the same
sort
look.
of looks the same.
Yeah, but I'm like
$40.
Exactly.
Right, yeah.
So it's my way of rebelling because people expect certain things of you. So I'm like, nah,
you're not gonna do it.
I'm not trying to impress anyone else.
Right.
Yeah. So I just wear. I mean, who's gonna tell me what? If you can afford the real thing,
nobody.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody's saying anything.
On that Ocho Cinco type thing, you know.
Do you buy yourself something nice after you get a big win? You put in this crazy amount of training. You treat yourself? Yeah,
100%. Like this is like treating myself. You know, I spent, you know, more than a few bands. It was crazy. Yeah. I've never done that before, but I mean, I got it like that now, so I can. Yeah. But these are little trinkets for me, like rewards. And I'm sure like there's people out there who can do more. And, you know, I'm like, yeah, everyone has their own level. No matter what the win is, these are little wins for me. Like when I first had my first UFC fight and I bought my first house. Right. That was a win for me. Right. You know, it was a humble house. I still have it. It's my first home.
And that's like the dream, right? Is
exactly.
When you're little, you go want to buy a house.
I've got
a couple houses.
Bro, my team is strong, put it that way. Yeah. Like I keep saying, I'm buying Auckland like I'm Chinese. Yeah, I'm out here, bro. No, but yeah, I little rewards, no matter how big or small they are, you celebrate them for yourself.
Yeah.
Fuck everybody else.
Yeah.
So these,
I feel that.
like when I went there and I was just balling down, I was like, man, I've never spent this much on just ice and so many different pieces. Some are being made right. A couple of them are still being made. So I'm like, man, just little rewards like that, enjoy for yourself. And I'm enjoying them, enjoying the fruits of my labor, if you will.
You love cars too, right?
So I'm not a car guy, but I love Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels. As a kid, you play around with Hot Wheels all the time. So you're like,
I swear to God, I almost bought a Hot Wheels in the grocery store the other day.
No way,
because
bro.
I thought it was $1. It was $1.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna buy it, but I was
It's
like,
nostalgic. It's nostalgic.
I didn't do it because I'm like, I'm not gonna buy a toy. I'm too old to buy a toy, but I should. I should.
No, you should. Fuck the rules. Fuck the rules. There ain't no rules.
I know.
Nah, so yeah, for me, I was like, I always dreamt I'm gonna have a Lamborghini Aventador, matte black, but then I couldn't fit inside. And then the McLaren called me.
Oh, that McLaren
it was just, it was my thing. So, and I know I could probably get another one now, but I'm like, I don't have space. COVID kind of slowed down the build of my palace. So I'm like,
You're building a new house?
Yeah, like my spot, my palace. But
Yeah.
I'll wait till I get that spot, and I think I've got 2 more in me. Two more
houses?
in me. No, 2 more cars in me.
Oh, 2 more cars in, okay.
Houses.
Houses, a lot of them.
Yeah, I got too much. But a lot of them is just business opportunities, business investments, a lot of them. But I'm building my palace.
Car's a toy.
Yeah.
What's
for me.
the dream car?
And I like to conceptualize my cars, like my McLaren's Kurama, the nine-tailed demon fox from Naruto. My range, it's cool, this Saturn green. I call it Reptar because it reminds me of Reptar from Rugrats.
Wow. Okay.
And this is just like my imagination running wild with these toys because they're fun.
Yeah.
And I'm 32 now. I'm young. A lot of people do this kind of shit when they're in their midlife crisis.
Right.
And, I'm in my quarter-life crisis right now, so I'm enjoying myself.
Most guys don't get to enjoy it young, right? It's like you're older when you make that money.
You got to enjoy it now, man.
Geez, you're so darn young, but acting, movies, TV, I'm sure you have people that want, you obviously have got to have the opportunity.
Oh, yeah, they've been coming. They've been knocking. Later on, I'll dabble. I really want to get into, motion capture for either, for movies or for gaming. So, stuff that Andy Serkis does. Yeah. He's, the GOAT at that.
Yeah.
I saw Cumberbatch, he did it for the Dragon, and you see the way they that kind of stuff excites me. I want to do that kind of stuff. Yeah, motion capture, and the good thing about motion capture is I ain't got to be here to do it. I don't have to go to Hollywood.
Right, you can.
I do it at home, and then they just send it over, and we've got Weta Productions in Wellington, New Zealand, one of the biggest in the world.
So you could just go right there.
Exactly.
So you're not trying to be you don't want to be like The Rock necessarily.
I'm good. I see. One thing I love, I appreciate this game, but fuck fame. Yeah, honestly, I just love the perks. Look, I'm glad I can be invited to TMZ. I'm not here getting looked up for the wrong reason and being put on TMZ and some crazy video of me, I don't know, banging my head on a cop car or something crazy like that. I'm glad that's not me. But hey, knock on wood.
See, now I gotta ask you about him.
What? What are you talking about? Hey, follow the script.
No.
Follow
Watch the script. I'm gonna show you the script.
Ah,
did I not write it?
See,
did I not write it?
No. See what? Follow the script.
Here, look at
Too quick for you. No. Okay, look, that situation. It's
I don't have to ask you about them.
No. For me, okay. For me,
forget the arrest thing. Yeah. Unless you want to talk about it.
No, I don't.
The fight though. I remember, and I know you don't remember this, but why would you? But I remember the first time.
Oh no, I remember it because he was the one that started it.
He did
on TMZ.
Yeah, he did.
And everyone likes to say oh, is he? I'm like, no.
Yeah,
he put my name in his mouth first.
He started.
So I'm like, well, he was a fan, and then he realized there's an opportunity there, and I was like, oh, for real? You're supposed to be the GOAT, and you want to fight me? That shows me you think I'm a threat.
So you knew that. You knew that right away.
Right away, straight away, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get the other one. So I dealt with Silva, who was, my favorite fighter at the time.
You guys can tell there's such respect.
Exactly. So yeah, I'm like, well, fuck this cunt. But hey, he needs to fight himself first, fight his demons. That's the main thing. He needs to be fighting. Go back to church. Philippians 3:16, whatever it was. Go back to church.
Do you think that would be a huge fight if it could ever happen? Do you feel like it's gone though because he's at heavyweight and I don't even know if he's fighting anymore?
No, I mean, look, I said I'm going to move up in weight.
Yeah.
I did it the next year.
Right, you did it.
He said it since 2013.
Right.
I still got to do this first and do that. I'm like, bro, this is martial arts. If you're the best, go prove you're the best. Right. This is the game we're in. So, it's not just about size and this and that. I even talked about going to heavyweight. I've done it in boxing. I've done it in kickboxing. And I feel like
you would actually do it.
Yeah, trust me. There's people I can take out of heavyweight. We'll see. Heavyweight, the UFC is different. Look, MMA is different. That's one thing I had to accept from the fight at 205 with Jan. is learning. Okay, there's certain things I need to work on.
Jan was a heavyweight, man.
Yeah,
Let's
man.
be honest.
I mean,
man. That guy is
they
giant.
said Polish power. I felt the Polish weight.
Right.
He was like a blanket on me, and he was hard to get off.
He's like thick.
Thick boy. He's a very thick Polish guy. And even like you see my last few fights, the people think it's we're just gonna do the game plan.
Right.
Beyond
That
it
doesn't work when it's in there, right?
My bitch, I can piggyback you like my son.
Yeah.
Easy.
Right. Which you have shown time and time again. Do you think it'll ever happen or no?
We'll see. Time will tell.
Yeah.
Hey,
do you want it? Is it something you want, you think? Or
I don't need it, but I do want it. I don't
okay.
need it, though. That's the thing. People think I need that for my legacy. Nah.
Could it happen at heavyweight?
Nah, I like light heavyweight.
Light heavyweight.
That's where he was dominant, so I really want to take that light heavyweight.
Division. Yeah. That makes sense. Anything else we want to talk about? I didn't follow the script at all.
Who's fucking around these days? What's TMZ? What's the goss? You guys know. Tell me the goss. We're in TMZ. I want to know sports gossip. What are you guys hearing?
Sports gossip. I don't know. What have we been covering, Steve?
Oh yeah, well, that's not gossip, but that's like, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. And I know now you're saying, you hit the wrong guy. Well, this is talking about Kane. He shot the wrong guy. But look, I can't imagine the rage, because there's been times. Look, I'm a human being. There's times that I've my shadow self has emerged, and I just I lose it. And this is why I don't like to react these days. I respond. I don't react. I respond, because if you react, you're acting off emotion.
Right.
And but I can't imagine, because I'm not a father, and I can't imagine what that's like.
Right.
But I know for a fact, man,
you're seeing a lot of
he did the right thing. He did the right thing. I honestly think he did the right thing.
I would have done it. I don't have kids either, but I feel like I would.
If it was my baby sister or even one of my brothers, something like that happened to, I know for a fact they would not. I wouldn't incriminate myself. Put it that way.
Right. No, I'm right with you. All right. Let me ask you this last question. A fight in Africa.
Oh, it's happening.
Is it
It's gonna happen.
It has to happen, right?
Dana's already even come out and said, "Look, this is gonna happen before my career's over." So it's gonna happen probably, if I'm gonna guess off my own hunch, not off anything tangible. Next year sometime.
Really?
I honestly think so.
I know COVID kind of slowed things down a bit, but
it would have definitely been happening this year, honestly. But Nigeria, South Africa, or Morocco. This is just me putting it out there. I really feel like that's where it could happen. Either one of those countries.
I have to imagine the sport in Africa has been growing since you, Kamaru, and Francis came along. Yeah. Right?
Yeah, bro.
To see someone like, hey, that's me out there, right?
Exactly. Like, it's representation. You know, like we're inspiring the whole generation. And sometimes you need to just stop and smell the roses. And I have recently, after this last fight, and been like, man, there's less than 25 Africans in the UFC. And there's 3 of us right now running shit and actively fucking dudes up.
Right.
Actively,
what is there, like 9 divisions
bro,
or something? Like,
man, so it's unheard of. It's a spectacle that's happening right now. But when it's all said and done, it's going to be something of legends, like the African Avengers or something. It's going to be beautiful. I can't wait.
Thank you.
Respect, my man. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Easy
Thank
as.
you, Izzy.